make sure you're subscribed to Jerkrispy.
Alright, let's get it. What's up, y'all? Show some us that's the most. Jerkrispy, welcome back to the video. Why is the Gen Z obsessed with 2026? Oh my god, we back to this topic again, bro. Y'all still obsessed over 2026 that y'all had, bro? That we had?
Why did 2016 feel so
You remember the year 2016?
Guys, come on, LA thing ever.
Why is Gen Z obsessed with 2016? Even though it's been a full decade since that year, my generation can't seem to forget how amazing that year was. It was something in the air. People were happy, smiling, the pink filter everywhere. Like, ask anyone between the ages of 18 to 25 right now, they'll say this year was a time of peace, harmony, full of life. But every year past that has kind of gone downhill. Prices went up, people got meaner, and life got more stressful. Every time I go on social media, there's another world-ending problem going on. But it still makes me wonder, have we just grown up and felt the pressure of adult stuff, or was 2016 really that great? So in this video, we're gonna take a look at each pillar of what made 2016 special to see if it was worth the hype, or if it was an overrated year that was juiced up with nostalgia. Let's start off with
Music, yep.
2016 was actually one of the more interesting times for the music put out. On one hand, we had a lot of established artists put out their iconic albums, but at the same time, the new generation of sound, known as the SoundCloud era,
Raindrop, Cha-Cha, Hot Pump.
was becoming mainstream. What I'm gonna do now is play a couple of songs that were mainstream in 2016 and see if you recognize
All you gotta do is show me the pictures, so I'm gonna have to turn it out.
these.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Yep.
All those
Work
songs
that
you just
nigga.
heard. This is probably why 2016 is regarded as the best year for music, as every major artist threw out their songs like it was candy. Nowadays, artists take like 1, 2, 3 years before they even hint about dropping another song. Like, Rihanna has not released any music in who knows how long, Frank Ocean is probably not coming back, and all the big artists are trying to be nonchalant and mysterious for some reason. Now, like I said, this was during the same time that the SoundCloud wave came in. Every week, some new artist with crazy face tats would blow up over some dumb lyrics talking about some "all my friends are dead" or some "Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang." It was
Bro. If Lil Pump never fell, I don't like using the word fall off. If Lil Pump, like, fan did not just gave up on that man would still be dropping crazy music to the day. I'm for real. If his fans didn't give up on him, bro, on him, with the music and stuff like that, yeah, bro.
the Lil Uzi Vert's, XXXTentacion, Trippie Redd, Lil Pump, Playboi Carti, pretty much the whole XXL 2016 freshman list, and all these songs were labeled as mumble rap. Everybody hated them when they first came out, saying how they were ruining rap and destroying the new generation of music, but even with all this hate, people were still tuning in and listening, and the reason is simple: because it was good. I think a big part of us were just too embarrassed to admit that these songs were catchy. Sure, they weren't Shakespeare level of lyrics, but you would still bump your head onto the instrumental of 20 minutes. All the 2016 mumble rap sounds that were labeled as lazy have gotten billions of plays on Spotify and YouTube. I'm gonna confidently give the point to 2016 being worth the hype for music.
Yep.
Instagram 10 years ago had a whole different landscape. Back then, Instagram was casual. You could take a random selfie or use the dog Snapchat filter, post it on your story, and then go along with your day. But in 2026, people are doing the most just to get a picture on the gram. They'll plan out the perfect outfit, spend a whole day planning to take pictures in a perfect spot with the perfect lighting. Like, people's camera rolls have like 1,000 photos of themselves in the same background.
Because some people feel insecure about themselves and they don't want other people to judge them. So what they would do, they would dead ass take like 100 pictures just to feel like they did something better, and then they'll pick only the best ones. They'll take pictures like about 5 to 7 times trying to get better at something. Like, dude, it still look the same regardless. All right, come on, man.
With different poses. And we also got those people who gave up entirely and don't post at all to seem all nonchalant. They're the ones with no profile picture because they want to seem low-key. Why are we on Instagram ranked? I feel like nowadays it's normal to be worrying about making sure your Instagram feed is aesthetic. People in the past didn't care like that. But outside how performative Instagram has become, it's overall a better app in 2026. The reels on there are hilarious, you could be a lot more creative with the stories. Instagram didn't even allow you to add music to your stories till 2018. 2016 was a fun time to be posting whatever, but if the app stayed how it was, we would have been left it out like Vine. Speaking about Vine, that's exactly how Vine died. It was a pioneer for short form content, sure, but there was only so much you could do within a 6-second video. We got a lot of classic Vine videos, but most of them didn't actually age well.
Just to keep it real with you, Vine is basically just TikTok all over again. Just to keep it real. Like, I'm just gonna tell you, Vine is just basically TikTok.
Well, when you go back to it, most of the popular Viners just made a
Like,
bunch of overused stereotypical jokes. That's why King Bash has a corny label on him. So in my opinion, things like Instagram and Vine were not worth the hype in 2016.
damn.
YouTube had a lot of major changes over the years on what was trending, and in 2016, the popular categories were commentaries and vlogs. On the commentary side, we had people like Leafy and iDubbbz, and on the vlogging side, we had people like the Paul brothers. The editing during that time was slower paced. I feel like every video since 2022 is like forced to shove as many visuals and
What year did everybody was dissing Rice Gum, bro? It was like a whole trend. Everybody was dissing Rice Gum. I don't know what Rice Gum did that year, bro, but they was dissing him. Bad.
sound effects to keep the viewer's attention span, and this is why YouTube videos now feel generic. There's no different style or creativity because viewer duration. Videos in 2016 didn't have as much filtering and the need to be corporate, so you could say whatever you want and be authentic. You can literally upload a video cursing the whole time and spewing negativity without worrying about being cancelled or demonetized. Speaking about negativity, YouTube drama was another thing that got trendy. People would straight up make videos hating or exposing one another. Most of the time, it wasn't anything that serious. Rice Gum would make a diss.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I say you can cut all through your video, all throughout the video, bro, and still get a paid cut. Now YouTube is taking half of your money off of some curse words you saying. Like, it's certain curse words you can't say in the video. They take a little percent of your money off of it. I'm telling you. 2016 was way different. Way so different.
Track over a comment some 14-year-old made, and Leafy would make commentaries that roasted people for being cringe. The most hated person was definitely Jake Paul. At the time, he was known for causing a scene around his neighborhood and being a douchebag, but when I think about it, there's not much to hate about him other than being an annoying guy. We have upped our games in terms of villains, cause kids were watching Jake Paul back then, but now we got kids watching creators like fucking Jack Dorsey, whose content is straight up harassing people then running away to his security to hide. Then we got other creators who are caught being preds and fiend on underleveled players.
Oh god, terrible. I don't know what, like, that nigga went down here like a motherfucker, bro. Like, real talk.
Like, we have world-ending Avengers level threats now. Jake Paul is like a level 1 villain, and he plays into that role too. That's the whole reason why he's still successful when people tune into his fights. I saw a post saying how he was like Orochimaru in Naruto and he was like the final boss. But in Naruto Shippuden, we got Madara, Obito, Pain. He's irrelevant. He's not even in the top 20 villains of the content creators. Anyway, I'm gonna have to give a point to 2016 because YouTube was overall more entertaining.
Yep.
By the way, if you made it to this part of the video, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe, but back to the video. Alright, there are games like Overwatch, Battlefield, Uncharted 4. I can't really say much since I haven't played them, but I
know I'm thinking of the game. What year Rayman came out? 2016, huh? No, I think that was a decent year with games. That was a decent year, so I say that's a decent year. I would give it a point, but I don't know, son. I gotta remember what type of games I was playing back then. I was playing like Mario Bros, Mario Party, playing Sonic games, Rayman. That's the type of stuff I was playing.
will say they do not compare to Pokemon Go. This was the mobile app that broke the internet that year, because everyone, mom, dad, cousin, uncle that me, all were on this game. You go outside and there's a horde of people running around playing, people traveling across the city just to catch that rare Pokemon.
Bro, oh my god, this kid is still funny to this day with that stuff. I'm not gonna harm you.
But it was very short-lived because it was just like a mobile game at the end of the day. It was very simplistic. When you're looking at the 2010s as a whole, there were games like Minecraft in the early 2000s and 2010s, and Fortnite in 2017. Those were the games that made people's careers. Ninja with Fortnite, Technoblade and Dream with Minecraft. I think that's how you know a game is really good, when careers are made out of it. And slap me, choke me, and call me a bad boy if I'm wrong, but 2016 didn't have that. There wasn't a game-breaking video game that changed people's career as much as Minecraft or Fortnite. Other years had their shine too. So I'm gonna give a tally to 2016 for being overrated in terms of games.
Sports? Yeah.
Sports was another highly regarded.
Go ahead and get a plan for sports, bro. Odell Beckham with the one-hand catch. Bro, that will go down by history of life, bro. Odell, first appearance, one-hand catch, bro, against the Cowboys. Oh, yes, bro. Wait, who went to 2016? Who won the Super Bowl that year? I forgot. College was going crazy, too. In 2016.
Year for 2016. Just to list a couple of highlights, the Chicago Cubs won their first World Series in 108 years. Steph Curry led the Golden State Warriors in an all-time best record of 73-9.
Wait, this the year LeBron came back 3-1, 2016. Yeah! LeBron James.
Lost the NBA Finals by LeBron from a 3-1 lead. Leicester City won the Premier League title despite the 5,000-1 odds. Kobe scored 60 points in his last game. The Denver Broncos defeated the Carolina Panthers, marking Peyton Manning's final game and second title. I'm not really into sports and my ball knowledge is very basic, so I'm not going to rate this section. So far, the score is pretty even, and I came to this conclusion. 2016 wasn't magical because everything was objectively better. It felt magical.
The Black Beetle song. Black Beetle, right? That girl is a queen fox in a small world, and her friends know me. Like, come on.
Because that was the last time a lot of us were kids. Yeah, a lot of great things happened that year, but let's be honest, we grew up, have other shit to do, and life isn't as enjoyable as before. The 2016 version of you was only worried about your crush liking you back. Now we have bigger things to be stressed out about, like money, careers, health, and we miss feeling like the old days rather than the year itself. If you were to count a tally on things, it was a pretty normal year. Nostalgia can be a slippery slope the way it filters out the bad. Cause y'all remember 2020? I remember how everyone hated it, saying it was the worst year of their lives, stuck at home all day.
I'm not gonna hold you. I fuck with 2020. To this day, I fuck with 2020. You cannot make me hate 2020, son. Bro. We eventually got out. Eventually later down, like in December, like what? Not December-ish, like later down, they were letting people go outside. We were just in stage 1. They moved to stage 2 by like what, a month ago after that. Then they waited about 3-4 months. They say, oh yeah, now we're going to stage 3. Now everybody could go roam around. Only a few people could go to the store during stage 2. Not that much. So 2020 wasn't that bad. It wasn't. For like, yeah, if I'm a content creator, and I was at one point, and that channel got deleted, but you know, oh well, cool. The content creator, like live streams was lit. I was all up on Flight Reacts, bro. Flight Reacts, Your Rage, Kai, Duke, all of them, bro. I was watching all of them during quarantine, bro. That's crazy.
And they couldn't do anything. But now I'm seeing a bunch of people post videos about 2020 talking about how fun and nostalgic it was, as if there was actually shit to do that year. Like bro, how fun could it be playing Fortnite and Among Us all day? Maybe for that year when all your friends were online, but keep it up for another year or two and you'll start being one of those guys making videos about, I'm 40, I wasted my life, don't make the same mistake. 2020 was actually...
The only reason why he made a video like that because he regret what he did when he did. First of all, I already told you, live your life how you want to live your life. Don't try to reflect your life off of other people's lifestyle. I'm just going for real. And don't thinking you ain't gonna get enough money like same as the other person. You might get way more money than them that you ever thought. So you know your time always coming. And just be patient, man. Just be patient, shit, and you know your time will come eventually, bro. God ain't, just ahead and just skipped us like duck goose on us. He's just waiting for a perfect time for everything to do take its course. So look at me. Look at me. Still here, still positive, still thinking the Lord I'm here, breathing, moving, having stuff, still in a good mindset, still popping out these videos for y'all, I'm doing good. Life is good for me right now. It's good. I'm on my grind shade. I'm just trying to prove everybody that I can be up there along with everybody else too. And I could be the greatest YouTuber, and I could be the greatest rapper, and stuff like that. But yeah.
One of the worst years if you think about it. Everybody was sick and hated each other. Matter of fact, I think that was the year that politics blew out of proportion. People used to just civilly disagree with opinions, and ever since the pandemic, people are being unalived for their political opinions, okay? And don't forget the fact that the class of 2020 missed out on their prom and graduation during high school. So I'm not going to disregard that 2016 was a good year.
Hey, that's on them. That's on them. I know class 23. My class, we walked the stage proud and highly mighty. Who? Yeah. They lucky they had them rules. I could have danced on the stage. I would have cut up. Would have had some money. I would have hit my little dance, I was known in high school. In good ways, not a bad way, but they was trying to put me in the bad way, but I was like, nah, nigga. And like people start realizing, man, that nigga is chill. But see y'all when I see y'all on the road to 500. Love y'all. And I'm out.